Okay, this is the video for the full SolidWorks design tutorial for my Christmas tree ornament. I'm going to do two different ones, kind of the same but different embellishments on the front. So let's jump into SolidWorks and design it. I'm going to start off on the right plane. Sketch. I'm going to put a little center line in here. Now we want to make a circle. Right click, drag upward to dimension, and we're going to make this 66. That's the overall size of our ornament. Now I don't even need this. We're going to draw a line from here to here, and we're going to draw a line from here to here. Now we're going to trim it. And now we're going to come in here, draw a line from here down, and we're going to trim that up. Okay, it's about what we want. Now we can put a dimension in here on the thickness. We're going to make it 29.6, I think is what I had. Yeah. Okay. Now, features, revolved, base, boss. And we're just going to rotate that all the way around 360 degrees. All right. That's the overall shape right there that we want. Okay, let's put a little hanging tab in here. And I'm going to do it on the right plane. So let's start a sketch. And this might seem odd the way I do this, but the order I do it in, it does matter. So let's do it like this and I'll show you why. So we're just going to create a circle. And I just want that circle to stick up just a little bit here. And I think we're going to go, let's try 16 millimeter circle. And we're just going to make it stick up just a little bit here. About there. Okay, now I just want everything inside here. I don't want to cut it at that because that curves downward. So let's go ahead and convert this to entities and trim this thing up. Okay, now we have a solid item. Let's go ahead and give it some dimensions just to tie it down. Always like to tie my stuff down so they're fully defined, otherwise they will move around on you when you don't want them to. Guaranteed. Okay, fully defined. Now we'll just features, extrude, and we're going to go mid plane, 3 millimeters. And now you can see if we would have done this in a different order, we wouldn't have got this curve here because this is trailing off downhill here, and we needed that. And now we're going to clear this out more. So we're going to do a sketch on this face. We're going to do a perimeter circle. That way we can grab this point, and go something like that. And let's make this let's try 16. Control 8 to go normal 2. And I think that looks pretty good. Let's go ahead and extrude that. So extrude cut. And now we're going to go through all, and we want to go this direction here. Hit enter. All right, that's our part there. And this actually, I want to think about this as this prints from this way. So you're gonna back trace on me. It'll be fine. It's all pretty vertical. Yep, I think it'll all be fine. So I want to make that a little bit smaller though, or bigger actually. try 18. I don't know, that looks fine. Now we'll take that, we'll mirror it about the right plane also. We'll have a cut on both sides. If we would have done this in a different order, this would have been a weird intersection here. So let's go ahead and put a circle in the face of this, cut a hole for our hook to go through. And we are going to do a, whoops, circle there. Want it to be about right there. Let's give it a dimension, 2.5. Looks pretty good. And about right there-ish. Let's see where we are to the center. Should be a little, yeah, midpoint up there, midpoint up there. Let's go ahead and give this a dimension from the midpoint here. And looks pretty good. I'm going to bring it up just a hair. See, do I have a dot there? No. Let's go ahead and make it 0.5. Whoa, that wasn't much at all. 0.4. Give us a little more meat down there at the bottom. 0.3. Got it. Okay. Features. Extrude cut. Through all that one direction. There we go. Now, there's our hanging hole. Let's radius this up a little bit. Smooth it off a little bit. Make it look a little nicer. Doesn't like that. Alright, let's clear these. Let's go this one first. And that one first. Take that. Fillet that. Whoops. That. And that. There we go. Sometimes your fillets don't work, just change the order of them. Sometimes you just can't create fillets. But anyway, that's good enough for that. Save it. Okay. Now one thing I want to do here is I want to put a hole for a light to poke up through here. I want it to be straight up from the bottom. I want it to be come in up at an angle. So let's go ahead and make a plane for that to live on. So first off, I want to go the top and this back face, and we'll create a little axis for it to rotate around. And now I want to go axis and top plane, reference geometry plane, and that'll create one rotating around this, and want to make it maybe 10 degrees ish. And this is weird, it doesn't quite update right. You got to click out of there to make it work right. That looks pretty good. Take that, and now we'll create a sketch on it. I want to see it from the bottom, so let's Control 8. And every time you hit that, it's going to go normal to each side of it. So now we can see what we're dealing with here. I want to make sure I get it in the meat here. So start with a regular circle. I want to make it vertical to that. And now we can give it a dimension from there. And I think that looks pretty good. Maybe make it 7. We'll see where we end up with it coming out. And let's make the diameter, I measured our light bulbs, and 10mm hole work well. Alright, features, extrude cut. That looks pretty good actually. Gonna get close to the face there, but have plenty of meat here. Now I want to take it the other direction just a hair too. Let's go blind and, well, that's weird. Huh. That was a bug. 6 millimeters, that looks pretty good. Okay, now we have a hole protruding up in there. Let's Control S or Control 7 to get to a isometric view, and let's go ahead and chop this so we can see what we got and go to the right plane. Now you can see what we have there. It's gonna almost come to the face of it, but not quite. That's about perfect. That's what we want. Turn that off. All right, save that. Now it's time for our face. I create a sketch here. I want to convert entities, select that, and offset. Reverse to make it inside, and let's go 2.5. Yeah, that's good. Features, extrude. Yep. And let's make this blind, and 3 millimeters is a little much. 1.6-ish, just enough to have that show up. Let's go ahead and start changing colors of things so we can see what we got. So this boss is going to be red. That's what we're going to print it in one of them. Looks pretty good. I'll save that. Okay, so now I'm going to do two versions of this. Both going to have this circle, and then we're going to have different things inside. So first off, I want to put a picture on here, and I have that. So I'm going to select this face and go Insert, DXF, and we're going to start with the manger scene. The reason for the season. Finish. Okay, there it is out there. Control A to select all, and hit Move Entities. We're going to kind of move this over to the center. Select there, and select in the center. Alright, now Control A to select all again, and select Scale. And we'll select the center, and we'll start moving this to the point where it's about what we want. So we're going to go 0.3 maybe. It's looking pretty good. You go 0.2, 0.29, 0.28. All right, that's looking pretty good. Let's start there, and now we will go and move it down. Control A, move entities. I'm just going to move directly down. Whoops, Control A. Let it do its thing, move entities, and just drag downward. And I want to get it down to where the bottom of the manger there just breaks the surface. That looks pretty good. Now I gotta clean all this up. So we need this line, convert entities, and then we'll start trimming. Draw a line there, draw a line there, whoops, draw a line there and there. Okay, get rid of all that, draw a line there. That worked out pretty good. Control, drag middle mouse button to pan. Whoops. Undo that. Want that one. Whoops. Want that one. Control, middle mouse button. Get rid of that, get rid of that. Get rid of that. Okay, I think we're good. Let me go through and delete all these. Alt, just backward select, and delete. All right, I think we have a good piece now. We have this line going around the outside though that we do not want. Let's go ahead and trim it off. Okay, that looks pretty good. Let's extrude that. And the same distance, 1.6, and hit OK. All right, there's our manger. Let's go ahead and change the color of that too. So the sides will be the right color. Not important, but nice touch. Okay, now I want to put the webs up here for our name. So, sketch on the surface. And we want to create that. And we're going to put the. Change use document font. Turn that off, and we're going to get Mr. Defoe here. And this is from Google Fonts. So let's just select there. I think that's a good start. Go ahead and accept that. Now we're going to go again, and we're going to put WEBBS. No apostrophe because don't want to make that mistake. And maybe make this 8. Whoops. Probably should change the font to Mr. Defoe. Okay. Play around with that size. Let's go with 15. Don't know why it's not moving for me. It just wasn't updating. So let's double click on that, and then we can get back into that, move that around. One thing I know I want that to go from end to end. So that's the one end. Just above the manger. Right there's probably pretty good. Getting pretty close here, so let's go ahead and accept that. And one thing about text is you can't scale it because it has that point size. So now we want to go dissolve, and then we can just select it and scale it from there. So we're going to say scale entities. We're going to choose a spot over here, and we're going to make it 1.1. All right, 1.15, 1.2. Pretty close. It's a little bit big still yet. So let's go back to 1.15, and we'll move it upward a little bit. I'll take that, Move entities, select all these again. Select my base point. I think that looks pretty good. All right, let's deal with the. We're going to scale this up a little bit. Whoops. That's fine. We can move it first. I'm going to dissolve it. Select it. Scale. Make this as big as I can because it's pretty small. I'd say that's doable. All right, now accept that. Features, extrude. And this, it has so many overlapping things. SolidWorks doesn't know what to do with it. So we have to go around here and select contours. And we gotta get these overlaps too. Don't move too quick because SolidWorks will get behind and then you'll miss spots. But right now it's behind me. There we go. Okay, now you can see that. Hit OK. Pretty good. Now let's change the color of that to red also. And there we have our ornament. Let's save it. All right, let's print it and see how it comes out. Now let's do another one with a different face. So let's go ahead and save this as something else. We're going to save this as save as new. And we're going to call this tree. And now we can take what we have on the face off, which is this and this, hit delete, and we want to delete absorbed features, yes to all. Now we have a clean face to work with again. Let's save that. Now I want to bring in another DXF Mary. I created this one actually myself in Inkscape. If you want more information on that, I can share that with you, but we're going to hit import and then not import as reference and then hit finish. You'll see we have Merry Christmas. Select all. Move entities. And we'll put it over here. Zoom in. Select all again. Yeah, wait for that select to happen. There's a lot going on there. Scale. About the center here. And we're going to make it 0.8-ish. Nope, not even close. 0.5. A little bit more. 0.4. All right, 0.45. I think that's probably pretty good. Let's select OK. And then Control A. Wait for it to finish. Move entities. Now we'll just, I'm gonna click out here so I don't snap the stuff and just drag this around until I'm happy with it. Like that. Now we can say features, extrude, and too much going on, so it wants us to select the contours. So let's start by selecting the tree. And then we'll run down through everything. Like I said, don't move too fast because it will get behind and you won't be selecting what you want. Come on. Okay, I think that's it. I'm just going to hit OK at the 1.6 millimeters. And we end up with that. And on this one, we're going to make it green. We're going to print it in a green color. So let's go ahead and change the appearance of all that. And a little quick explanation of what's going on here. We have boss, which is the feature, the whole body, or the whole part. So we just want the boss. And we want to go with a greenish color. Yeah. Merry Christmas. There we go. There we go. Save it and print it and see how it comes out. There's a link to these STL files in the description below. I also have a couple that are blank of each one of them. That way you can customize them to whatever you want. I hope you enjoy these and Merry Christmas.